Earlier this year, I was driving through downtown and I realized I had missed a turn. So I said out loud, "Oops, missed my turn." Bethany turned and looked at me and asked, how could I miss a turn in our own town where we live? But my response was simple. I was thinking about art. So maybe I'm easily distracted, and that played into my missed turn. But I'm extremely pleased to see so much art around me these days. But let's return to March. Snow is still on the ground, it's cold, but at least it's getting better. And I wanted to go around town to capture some of this art before the eventual safe-at-home order.
This is my journey! At least the first episode of it!
For now, I will focus in on Appleton, mainly because I've already filmed it and there is even more art out there. Now, Appleton is a city of around 75,000 people, so it's not too big, but it has a decent amount of public art.
In this episode of Street Art in Northeast Wisconsin,
I will feature 10 pieces
of public art.
Public art. Across from the local paper museum, yes, paper museum, is a mural featuring aspects of the local area. It includes animals found around this part of the state, such as a sturgeon, the fox, a crane, and wolves. And it has Native American symbolism representing the many tribes that originally resided in this area. Not to mention a paper factory and a skyline to show how this area has changed over time. I like the colors and the style found in this mural. And although it was supported by the principal, I have not found a name for it. But the artist is Chad Brady, and you will be seeing more of his work during these episodes. A few blocks away from that mural is Jones Park, where you can find the sculpture Gesture of Consciousness, created by Cara James. This sculpture is of the Gaian or Chinmudra, and it's made in red oak and has a deep philosophical meaning behind it. Cara has explained that it's about oneness with the universe, and there's a bird with human feet that's about landing in the moment. It's a very interesting piece, and it's in a nice place for viewing. Gesture of Consciousness easily was one of my favorite installations on my quest for all this public art. Continuing another few blocks and around some Canadian geese.
You guys just mind your own business and I'll mind my own business. Run.
Is the sculpture formerly known as the most unliked public art in town. I believe it's called the Strange Horse Statue or the Oracle. Whatever you call it, it is perfectly placed somewhere to not distract you or exactly to call out for you to easily view it. People mostly pass by it just to get somewhere. But for years, this sculpture has been the punching bag of local opinion. Most don't care for it from my experience. To me, it is art and it is there, but it's really not my thing, I guess. But you can come and view the former most hated public art installation in Appleton. Again, another few blocks away is our next destination.
This is Houdini Plaza!
Since Harry Houdini spent a portion of his life in Appleton, the city clings to that. It has a small museum and makes references to him all the time. Within this area is the Trout Museum, with its origami swan sitting over the door. It is also showing Home by Keith Kajak, which aims to help the viewer ponder the meaning and feeling of their home. It is a simple design, and I believe if you can still yourself and really feel out the artist's choice of the reflective surface to the letters, I think that it could help you take that kind of journey that the artist intended. Across the street from Houdini Plaza, in a snug alley between businesses and a parking garage, you will find the Ambassador Hardwater and PBR mural. This has been here since 2015, but it looks pristine. I love the humor of this mural, complete with a pigeon pooping on it. It's beautiful, sharp, and humorous. You need to check it out if you are in town. Passing through Houdini Plaza, we come to Soldiers Square, where you will find a Civil War statue that commemorates those who fought to preserve the Union. It was created by Italian sculptor, hold on to your hats, Gaetano Trentanov. Oh, I probably murdered that. It was commissioned by Albert Priest in remembrance of his brother James and was dedicated in 1911. The plaques around it call for praise of those who fight for the country and promote justice and unity. At the other end of the square is the sculpture Looking for a Handle by Jeremy Nuttall. When I passed by this piece before learning about it, I saw it as an abstract piece. But when I heard that it's the head of a ball-peen hammer, and the hole is where it is looking for a handle, it all kind of came together. It's a nice piece that I appreciate more now that I actually know more about it and the artist. Tucked between buildings near the castle is the Alley Project, also by Chad Brady. This mural is huge and gorgeous. It features an anthropomorphic bear, wolf, and fox. Again, these are all animals found in our part of the state. This is fun, youthful, imaginative, and playful. Mr. Brady, does he enjoy being called Mr. Brady? I don't know. Chad. His color choice is perfect, and the shading is excellent. The Alley Project is worth stopping to check out. Are you passing by Appleton and you have never seen this mural? Well, take 5 minutes out of your way and come check it out. Heck, stop by any of these pieces of public art and check them out. They are all worth it. Well, there is that, what was that, the strange horse? No. Check that one out too, so you can understand. Next up on our journey through downtown is Lawrence University. Now, I'm pinning just the whole campus because there's art everywhere on campus, basically. Luckily, it's not a big campus, so walking around, you can eventually find art like this sculpture and this, or the bunny sculpture. I like the bunny sculpture. But the one sculpture you can easily miss is located in the far, I believe, northwest corner of campus. It is called After the Storm by Anthony Hines May. Every few years, the Appleton area gets pounded by high winds and or tornadoes. And those things just tear the local area up with no concern of who or what is in its way. And this sculpture is a tree rebuilt by wood from all sorts of trees that were ripped down during such storms. It was built to represent the way that those trees were twisted and destroyed. This is one of my favorites, but it's very easy to miss because it just looks like a tree at first glance. And it took me a while to pinpoint it because all the trees were bare and didn't have leaves yet, so it meshed right in. I am sure that now that it's summer, it'd be much easier to find. Finally, we have reached the far east side of downtown, and we've come upon the new hotness, the new bad boy of public art in Appleton, Wisconsin. This is The Collective by Paul Bobrowitz, Jr. It represents the collective unconscious that inspires the artist. The faces are supposed to be the past and present supporters of his work. This is a piece that I feel you really need to get up close to appreciate. As I've said, this is now the new public ire for those living nearby. It's kind of a fancy, more expensive part of town, and from what I understand, they don't take too kindly to having this erected where they can see it from their windows. There were months of complaining about this installation, constantly in the news after it was placed. But I like it. There are so many installations of sculptures and murals across just Appleton. I could easily cover 10 more. When I went out to shoot this video footage, I have probably 20 more. I couldn't do them all. Take for example, here is a local map with markers for sculptures, murals, painted traffic control boxes, and sidewalk poetry. And this map only covers downtown. If you want more information on the sculptures that you saw in this episode, check out sculpturevalley.com. Then, go out and celebrate the art in your town. Let me know what public art you have where you live. Hashtag some pictures on Instagram, like Get Out and Art, or comment a link to a YouTube clip here. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy. When you go out and travel, do so respectfully, wear a mask, keep 2 meters of distance when you can. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.